Tufted rugs are everywhere right now, and if you've ever wondered if you could actually make one at home, I'm here to tell you, yes you can. Hey there, Michelle here from Michelle's Party Planet, and today I'm sharing a full tutorial and review of the Clawlab Tufting gun and frame. I'll include mistakes I made, how I fixed them, and what you need to know before you try tufting yourself. So let's get started. So what exactly is tufting? Tufting is a fiber art where yarn is pushed through fabric to create raised designs, usually rugs or wall art. Instead of punch needles, we're using an electric tufting gun, which makes it much faster and easier, especially for larger projects. Let's go over what comes in the Clawlab kit. Because this is designed as a beginner setup, it comes with almost everything you need. It has the electric tufting gun, a tabletop clamp frame, monk cloth and backing fabric, starter yarn, threaders, oil, and also a cleaning brush. The kit gives you everything you need to tuft, but you will need a few extra things to finish your rug, and we'll talk about that later. Let's go over the frame setup. This setup is way more important than I realized at first. You want to make sure you clamp the frame to a sturdy table. You want to stretch the monk cloth tight like a drum, and you need to retighten as you go. This was actually one of my biggest mistakes early on. Loose fabric is one of the fastest way to tear holes in your canvas, which I'll show you in a bit. Now, to get your design onto the fabric, you will need to transfer it. Now, there are a couple of options. You do not need a projector to get started, but it is one of the best ways to get a precise design. But you can also freehand draw, you can use carbon paper, you can trace, and like I said, the projector, which is most precise. A quick reminder, you're tufting from the back, so if you have text, make sure it's mirrored. To transfer the design, I decided to use just tracing. I printed the design on my inkjet printer, and then I attached the design to the monk cloth with painter's tape, and then traced the design with a Sharpie. Once you have your design set up, you'll want to thread your gun. It includes a threader in the kit, so you're going to use that to thread your yarn into the little hole on the gun, and then you're going to want to make sure you add a little bit of oil before starting. This keeps the gun running smooth. It's a quick step, so don't skip the oil. It's really important, and it does make a difference. Once you have your design set up, you're ready to tuft. Okay, I want to be very real here. This part was harder for me than I expected at first. I did make several holes in my monk cloth early on, and I actually had to start over. So if that happens to you, you're not alone. Some pointers that I have for you is keep your gun flush against the fabric. Don't push it, just guide it. Move slower than you think, and start with simple shapes. The most important pointer is to make sure that your fabric is tight. Like I said, slow movement, straight needle. Don't tuft too close to the edges. You want to make sure your design is kind of in the center of the cloth, and then practice before you do your real design. When I was tufting, I was getting a little frustrated because it didn't look like it should on the back end, but when I turned around and looked at the front end, I was pleasantly surprised. This is actually a very forgiving craft, so if you mess up, you really can't tell. And if you do have a hole in your pattern, as far as there's not enough thread in that space or yarn in that space, just go back over it with your gun and fill in that empty space. Once you're done with all the tufting, this is where the magic happens. We are going to trim and shape. You're going to want to go ahead and trim around your design, cut down the fabric as much as possible from your yarn. Once everything is trimmed up, we can talk about the backing. Backing is what turns this into an actual rug or finished piece. There are a couple of options. You can use a TPU powder and a heat press, white glue, or spray adhesive. I decided to go with TPU powder. So what you'll do is you put an even layer of TPU powder on the back of the rug, and then you're going to have a piece of felt that you'll put on top of it. So the felt is included in the kit. Just cut it to size, place it on top of the TPU powder, and then you're going to put a piece of parchment paper on top of that. All you do is put your heat press on top of the parchment paper, put a little pressure, and just wait for it to beep, and then go ahead and go over it a little while just to make sure that you have all the corners. Your temperature and time is going to vary based on the TPU powder that you're using, so definitely do a sample before you finish your rug. You're going to want to go ahead and trim around your design. There are a couple of ways you can do that. You can do that with an electric rug trimmer, and you could do it with scissors. And then when you have your decided cutting tool, either a trimmer or the scissors, just even out the pile height, and then you can carve between the colors using the scissors or a trimmer, and then clean up the edges. Don't worry, if your rug looks messy, it's okay. Trimming fixes up most of that. It's going to look great when you're done. And that's it. That's the very last step to finishing your new rug. So let's go over the pros and cons of the tufting gun by Clawlab. The pros are it's beginner friendly, it's lightweight, the frame is easy to set up, and it includes with almost everything you need to create a rug. The cons are The finishing tools aren't included. That means you have to get your own trimmer or scissors, and also TPU powder and whatever you decide to finish the backing with. And there's a bit of a learning curve, but that learning curve is easily overcome once you get the hang of it and you just take your time and be forgiving. So if you want a full written tutorial of the step-by-step instructions, I have it linked below. I did a blog post that also includes the step-by-step instructions for the design transfer options and the backing methods. And if you have any questions about tufting or want to see more rug projects, just leave me a comment below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.